My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Jermall Charlo and Jaime Munguia agree to fight, but the promoters kill the fight over TV rights. Let's go directly to the source, and then we'll discuss it. All right. So this is Michael Benson, and he writes, Jermall Charlo versus Jaime Munguia has reportedly fallen through. It's claimed that the fighters agreed terms, but their representatives could not agree over the U.S. broadcaster situation, according to Mike Coppinger. So, as you can see, it's being reported by Mike Coppinger and Michael Benson that Jaime Munguia and Jermall Charlo agreed to terms to fight each other, but because the TV broadcasters couldn't agree on the rights to the fight, it is now off. Conspiracy G, what's your reaction?
Man, listen, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to blame Munguia, but I'm going to blame his team because I believe his team doesn't want this fight. Just like they didn't want the Boo-Boo fight. You know, Munguia, I think they're trying to build him up by feeding him easy fights. I think Munguia wants the big fights, but they're probably like, yo, man, listen, we're investing too much in you. If you lose to Charlo, you know, our investment's out the window. So we're going to look for reasons to not have this fight. That's what I honestly think's happening. You know, so I'm blaming Munguia's team on this because I'm like, y'all really couldn't come to terms about the viewing rights for this fight. Like, stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? Clearly it's something else. And I just think it's because the team doesn't want the investment to go down the drain.
All right, TBE.
I don't want to sound like a casual, but, you know, isn't this fight going to be on pay-per-view? Like, is there what TV rights? Like, is there what platform funding it? Is it Showtime? Is it? I don't know.
Jaime Munguia fights is with Golden Boy. He fights on the Zone, and Jermall Charlo is with PBC.
PBC fights on Showtime. So I can see the confliction there, but they gotta find a middle ground because this is a great fight that the public needs to see, and I don't think they should just kill it because they can't agree to terms about what network it's on or what network funds the fight. But you know,
bro,
I don't know too much of the background G's talking about.
Go ahead, bro.
Be clear. Munguia was Boo-Boo's mandatory for like damn near a year. Both sides of the Zone, and he never wanted to take that fight. So I'm just saying, a guy like that makes you go, do you really want to fight Charlo? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there, man. So this excuse, it seems fitting for a guy with that type of history. I'm just saying.
I don't know about all that, but, you know, I think they need to talk this out. They can't just dead the fight over TV rights because this sounds insane, man. It sounds insane. I don't agree with what the promoters are doing, and I don't agree like the fight not happening because they can't. They want it on one source, one network, and another. They gotta find the middle ground. For real, they gotta get this handled.
Last time I checked, the promoters work for the fighters. So if the fighters want to fight each other, then they should just sign. They agree to terms. They should just sign to fight each other. And if the networks can't figure it out, then let it go to a purse bid. And then it goes to the highest bidder. I don't really see how this is a thing. It's like weird to me almost. Like TV networks killing fights that fighters agree to. You work for the fighters. You're supposed to do what's in the best interest of the fighters. So, okay, how much is the Zone willing to pay for it? How much is PBC and Fox or Showtime or one of their affiliates? How much are they willing to pay for it? Once you have that information, you go to the highest bidder. It should just be that simple. I don't really understand how a dispute over which TV broadcaster gets the rights to the fight kills a fight. If they agree to terms, they agree to the terms. It's a great fight for the both of them. The winner of that fight definitely becomes more marketable in the Canelo sweepstakes. So, like, if they're willing to do it, it's a good fight. I'll watch it. I'd want to see it. Why? It's not a pay-per-view fight, Ned. No one's paying to see this fight. It's not a pay-per-view fight.
Yeah, that's wild. But yo, hold on. We done had Charlo's have a pay-per-view before.
Yeah, they don't cost for less on pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying. So you never know with PBC, bro.
Yeah, and how did them numbers do?
That's what I'm saying. But,
so what you telling me PBC's trying to make this a pay-per-view fight and maybe DAZN's like, yo, man, just let us air this fight. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's troubling in a scenario where two fighters want to fight each other, but TV rights are preventing it from happening. And that's what I was getting at in our other
believe.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was getting at in our other segment. Like there's starting to become too many hurdles for us getting the fights we want to see. But I know that PBC and DAZN can work together because they've done it before. So, Andy Ruiz came and fought Anthony Joshua on DAZN. There was no issue. So they can work together. I should say a DAZN fighter, a fighter who fights on DAZN, because that was Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, and we're talking about Golden Boy here. There's a lot of credence to what you're saying, G. It could be they just wanted to make it look like they was trying to make the fight, but they really don't want Munguia to fight Charlo. They didn't want him to fight Andrade. But for me, if the fighters agree to the terms, then the fight should happen. So, like Ned said, if this is what's holding it back, the TV rights, then y'all need to figure that out. And if y'all can't figure that out, then let it go to a purse bid. But the fighters should be allowed to fight each other if they both are willing and they agree to the terms. So, some about it is sketchy. I don't know how I feel about it. Hopefully, if they really want to fight each other, there'll be some more negotiations taking place. All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and you can listen to our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.